I've been a cop for 23 years. And watching the video of Mr. Floyd being pinned to the ground was one of the worst things I've seen. His fellow officers stood there. They did nothing. Y'all took an oath. Man, the same oath that 800,000 of us have taken to serve and protect our communities. Officers like this tarnish the badge. They tarnish the oath. We have to go out here and work harder to repair those relationships with our communities across the entire U.S. because it doesn't just affect one community, it affects all of them. I hope y'all are charged accordingly. To the Floyd family, I am sorry for your loss. And to my Blue family, we can't let this happen anymore.
All right, TikTok, good morning. Mike Honcho here. Got to go quick because I got a lot to say. This whole George Floyd incident, yeah, it was murder. What those officers did was wrong. It was illegal, and I hope that they are punished accordingly. I'm glad they were fired. I hope they get charged accordingly to the crime because that's what needs to happen. These guys that wear badges that are bad dudes that we don't like, that we hate more than you, we want them gone. They need to be gone. They do not deserve to be in this profession, and it pisses me off that there are some people saying, wait, we need to hear the whole story. BS. We don't need to hear nothing. Nowhere in defensive tactics training are you learn to put your knee across somebody's neck for 9 minutes while they're screaming for help. If you have that thought and mentality, get the hell out of the field right now. Not all cops are bad, but you're making us look bad. TikTok, guys, be safe, be careful. I love you all. I'll see you next time.
The tragedy in Minnesota has caused a lot of anger, a lot of backlash, and a lot of society looking bad or looking down on us. Even the good officers, I don't condone what they did or what any officer does when they abuse their power. We took an oath, and that oath states that we need to sit there and take care of everyone's life, liberty, and happiness. We need to not let our emotions overtake our judgment, because that's what happened. His emotions overtook his judgment, and he didn't care. And his partner should have did something about it too. So for the family, I apologize for what happened on behalf of the other officers. And I hope that we can all come together and make a change for the better, because this has to stop. Racism gotta stop. It does.
I'll never expect anybody to trust cops. There's too many bad ones doing dumb shit. I'll never be mad at you for not trusting me. But by the end of our interaction, I'm gonna show you just how pure my heart is. And you're gonna be thinking differently by the end of our interaction. I can't talk for any of these other cops out here. I won't, because a lot of them are doing the wrong things. But I promise you, if you come into contact with me, I'm gonna treat you like a human being. Me and my dad got stopped by a bad cop. It freaked me out, and it made me realize I need to be out there to change that narrative. This piece of metal doesn't mean anything. I don't care about this. This fabric doesn't mean anything. The only thing that matters is how pure your heart is. That's the most important thing in this line of work. All cops are not good. I don't fault you for not trusting them. But give me a chance. I'll show you.
So I got a chance to watch this video of George Floyd being murdered on the streets of Minnesota. Yeah, murdered. And we have an obligation as good officers to speak out against the bad. We have an obligation, and we owe it to the public and to the other officers in this country that are out here actually trying to do good, actually trying to protect and serve with honor. And if you stay quiet and don't speak out against it because your fear of judgment, you're complicit in the behavior, the disgusting behavior. And this video is, if you haven't seen it, and I'm sure most people have now, it's disgusting. And the officer that stood by and just watched and let it happen, you're just as guilty, because you also have an obligation to protect that individual that you're arresting. It's time that we take these bad officers and speak out against them and start holding them accountable and hold them to the same laws that we expect citizens to abide by. They're not above it, and it's time that good officers start speaking out and stopping it.
enforcement family doesn't take this the wrong way, my take on this is very simple. The man was murdered. Nowhere in mechanics of arrest are we ever taught to put our knees onto somebody's neck/throat area, especially for that long. And the 3 officers standing around watching that happen, y'all are at fault too. Y'all could have told the man, get off him, he can't breathe. I mean, you're hearing him say it, but then you allow it to just continue. Whatever happens to those officers happens. It should have never gone that way. Ever. Rest in peace, George Floyd. For real.